Question 5A, a car hire company has provided the data below showing the number of cars hired out for the last 10 months, ending that 1st of March 2024. So we are required the forecast number of cars for the month of April using exponential smoothing method with a constant of 0.3. So our table will have the months, then we will have the actual value, we will have the forecast value. The forecast value. And this forecast value, the formula that we shall use will be FT plus alpha AT minus FT, and that will give us FT plus 1. Remember, this is our A, and this is our T, the time period. So, the first month is June. So in June, we take the first value, which is 110. Now that 110 becomes the forecast for the previous period, because this is the first period, so we don't have another period. So that becomes the forecast here. Alpha, we are told, is 0.3. This value here still becomes the actual and the forecast. So give me the answer and without the up or down appropriately. Obviously, the answer will be 110. Good. Then we go to the next month, that is July. We have 115. When we are there with 115, the forecast, this one, comes in here. This one remains. Then the actual, you take the one preceding, the one that is in the previous, 110. The forecast still remains. And you notice that the answer is still the same. The answer is still the same. When we go to August, the number of units are 109. So the previous forecast here comes in. Alpha remains. To multiply the previous actual 115 minus the previous forecast 110. So work that out and give me the answer. $115.5. So I don't want to work with decimals. So I will make it 112. But in the exam, if you want to work with decimals, no harm. Higher. Then we go to September. When I go to September, my value is 108. So the value for the previous comes in 1112. Alpha remains. We take the actual, the previous actual 109, the previous forecast 112. If you had worked it out with decimals, you don't have to change your values. But if you are working together with me, so then this one becomes 11. Higher. We go to October. October, the value is 106. So the previous forecast is 111 alpha. Then I have the previous actual 108 minus the previous forecast 111. $110. Then when I go to November, the actual is 111. So the previous forecast is 110. And then I have the previous actual 106. The previous forecast is 110. That becomes 109. When we go to December, we have 107. So I take the previous forecast, 109, 0.3, the previous actual, 111. Forecast, 109. You have 110. When I come to January, $112. So the previous forecast is 110, 0.3. The previous actual is 107. And this is 110. $109. Then we go to February. The actual value in February is 114. So this is the previous forecast is 109 plus 0.3. The previous actual is 112, 109. $110. So when I go to March, the actual is 110. So the previous forecast is 110. Previous actual is 114. The previous forecast is 110. $111. And finally, in April, where we are told to forecast, we don't have the actual. So we work with the previous forecasts, 111. We have the previous actual, which is 110, minus the previous forecasts. So 111 still. The next one is we are told to get the 3 months moving average. 3 months moving average. So the 3 months moving average so the average for April, the average for April, we just get the last 3 values. This one, 110 plus 114 plus 112. We divide by 3. $112.